All right, good morning. Early witching hour. Good morning. I was supposed to be going live and I was actually supposed to be doing a ritual last night. I had all of my petitions written out and ended up getting caught up with some YouTubers, in particular, a YouTuber that a few years ago I was under the mistaken impression that me and old girl was cool. Clearly, that was a lie. Clearly. But, I wanted to come and say something uh, about being on a better path is your choice. I don't force nobody to do nothing. Okay. Because clearly, you're not being a friend to yourself when you have negative associations with a bunch of negative people. Like, and it's not associations. You're saying that you're cool with these negative people. You're claiming that they're your friends when they're extremely negative and on a very self destructive path. So I wanted to talk about that real quick because, there was a certain someone that I kind of crossed over the line with that person, trying to be friends with that person. And this person was not only not ready to, not, will never be ready to be my friend, never, but also is not a friend to herself. And the crazy part about it is that there was a lot of bad choices that was made, in particular with men, and she allowed um, people to convince her that it was my fault and that I'm not a real witch because she kept linking up with all of these men that essentially kicked her to the curb. I think three or four different men. You know, that's not my job, is to make you or force you to do anything. You have to want it. You have to want to feel better about yourself. You have to want to do that. And people think that just because there's certain races that, oh, I'm a certain race and it's okay for me to be this way. But clearly you're not okay. Clearly. For you to be that angry, hateful, I felt like I was dealing with a bunch of possessed, crazy people. And that's exactly what ended up happening last night. So, taking account of the types of things that I have seen and heard, one of the main people that was attacking me, I went on someone's panel. One of the main people that was attacking me, I remember seeing them like probably like a week ago. I was like skimming through one of the panels that they were doing, and they were talking about religion and they were talking about God or Jesus or whatever. And this lady was on there talking about it was some kind of question that was asked, and she said, "I'm ready to go home. I want to go home." Basically, okay, that's what religion does to people sometimes, and that's what bothered me about it, is that it makes you feel as though the world is shit. So then you start to act like a shitty person in this world. And then you want to go home. So essentially, you're saying you want to die. Earth is not my home. There's some other home somewhere. And a lot of people have that confused. A lot of people, and it makes no sense. And so a depressed person, that's called depression. Probably bipolarism. And you're attacking me because you're confused. This is what I don't understand about this. And then also, I don't really understand why people on YouTube that don't like a person, why are you constantly talking or thinking about a person? Our friendship or whatever fake association, fake friendship ended 2 years ago. Why would you go and hang out with a bunch of crazy stalkers and continue to talk about me for 2 freaking years? Clearly, you are not a person that I would want to be cool with. Clearly, you're not. That's a crazy person. And upset with me because I couldn't force her to be a better person. I was supposed to perform some kind of miracle on her, even though all she got was a cleanse. And then even if she, what was she gonna do? Pay me to make her a better person? That's not what I do. Clearly, this is a confused individual, lost. It doesn't matter what you have. A lot of people don't realize that that doesn't matter because you're not happy. The way you attack people, the way you attacked me, totally freaking unacceptable. And see, for me, I have other things that I have to deal with at this point, so I don't have time to be dealing with stuff like that. But it's just the point that you're angry and you're upset and you're in a rage against me because I couldn't force you to be a better person. So you think that going around being self-destructive, hanging around with somebody that's clearly a criminal. What why do they think that it's been two or three different people that somehow felt like by coming on YouTube and doing a bunch of self-destructive things that was supposed to, I guess, make me look bad and reflect poorly on me. And then kept saying, well, didn't you say that you were God? I didn't say that I was your God. If I ever say that I'm God, it's because I am God over my own self. I have dominion over self. I'm in control of self. That doesn't mean that I'm your God. I ain't never said nothing like that. So it's just like a total confusion. Totally confused people that don't even really understand witchcraft. You don't even really understand it. Witchcraft is not about, and see, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to, Christians. And you can tell that they feel as though they have to be forced to be right. That's not the way that it is when it comes to witchcraft. You make a choice. And clearly, for you to be upset with me about anything, you're not liking your own choices that you made for yourself. And it has nothing to do with me. You need to look at yourself. People that do that irritate me. First of all, you've been talking about me. This person whose panel I went on has been talking about me for 2 years straight. I don't ever talk about this person. Maybe every once in a while I'll bring it up, but 2 years straight, ever since I ended the friendship with her, she's been doing nothing but hanging around with a bunch of stalkers talking about me. Why are you so angry with me when you should be angry with yourself? I don't understand people on here that do that. And I don't know if it's some kind of Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't sit around YouTube wasting my life. I am here with a purpose, right? So you can very easily meet people that you like on YouTube. Yeah, that can happen. But for me to make that my only social outlet, no. This platform, YouTube, is for me to commune, connect with clients, and just sometimes to talk about subjects that I may feel passionate about. If for some reason you think that just because listen, my stalkers are headed to prison. Why would you go and hang out with a stalker thinking that you're getting back at me? Oh, I'm going to go hang out with a stalker because I want to get back at Jamila. Get back at Jamila for what? And it just doesn't make any sense. So I got sidetracked with that. And, everything happens for a reason. So I'm glad I had that conversation with this person to let her know, listen, you think for some reason that that this is a good thing, that you're desperate for friendship, bro. And I don't want you reflecting on me. You're currently out here just completely and totally making a fool of yourself in social media. Okay. Literally, every 5 minutes bringing up my name, trying to throw dirt at my name. You're disgusting. You're a disgusting excuse for a human being. As a witch, I can't force somebody to not be a disgusting excuse for a human being. You make those choices. Your choices clearly and obviously make you miserable. I'm not responsible for your misery. My responsibility is if you send me some negative energy, I'm sending it back to you. That's all my responsibility is. Otherwise, I don't have to be bothered. Okay, I am nobody's drill sergeant. That's not the way that it works. You make a choice to be on a better and healthier path. For you to go from having friends that care about you to hooking up with 3 or 4 different men, running around here claiming that you friends with people that are not capable of being friends and they're not capable of friendship. And somebody was saying that, oh, it's because she's scared, she doesn't want somebody stalking her. I don't believe that. I believe that this person went down the wrong path and is screaming at me, raging against me because I couldn't force her and wouldn't force her. No. First of all, I'm a mother. I have children to be responsible for. I have children that I am raising. Now, this person doesn't have children. But that doesn't mean anything. I've been cool with people, with a lot of people that don't have children, and they're not that irresponsible. You are an irresponsible person. And I saw this video on TikTok that was very interesting. Did I save that video? I don't think I saved it to my favorites, but it was very interesting. Basically, the person was talking about people that think that just because they are functioning adults, that they are not crappy people. You can get up every day and go to work, pay bills, but at the end of the day, clearly something is wrong. You know, especially when it comes to friendships and relationships with people. Getting up every day and going to work and being able to pay bills does not make you a person that a person would want to be social with or want to socialize with. That's not the only thing that it requires. I'm a because this person had a very good point. I'm gonna share that video to the community wall. Okay, because there's a lot of people that think, oh, this, and that. Oh, I work every day. Oh, I listen, you are a narcissistic, sociopathic type of person. Like, first of all, I don't deal with females that hang around. I don't deal with women that hang around disrespectful men. Somebody disrespectful like that. You seem to think that that reflects poorly on me as a witch, and this is the type of games that these people try to play. No, hun, you made a choice to involve yourself with people, and now you are lost. I don't care what you say. You are lost. I don't care what race you are. If you ignorant, you ignorant. Period. So I don't know what, like, and it was almost like after I quit being cool with this person started acting like a wild animal or something. Like, it's not my responsibility to check your behavior. That's not even what I do. And you know, and honestly, this person never fit the description of any of my clients. My clients, at the very least, care about themselves. They love themselves. You don't even have that. And you've been running around here trying to talk about what I do sexually in the bedroom as trying to say that I don't care about myself is because you don't care about yourself. And listen, it's totally ridiculous. It really is. My clients love and care about themselves, hon. You don't. You do not love or care about yourself. If you loved and cared about yourself, you would have chosen better friends. You would have chosen to associate yourself with better people. A person that cares about themselves sticks up for themselves. I'm not going to sit up here and hang around with a bunch of low life degenerates because I'm afraid that they may say something about me. I'm not going to do that. I stand 10 toes down. I stand 10 toes down. If you are a degenerate and I don't like your behavior, I'm not going to pretend that I like you just so that you won't attack me. I'm not going to bow down to nobody just so that you won't attack me. I don't do stuff like that. So I think it's ridiculous, and I think that it's time for you to let it go. I want this chick on here because I have a chick that's stalking me right now. And so I want, and you know what? Why did I try to reason with the stalker? And then talking about I want your money, hun. Listen, I have everything documented that you did, all the stuff that you did when you attacked and lied on my company. I have all of those things documented. If I wanted your money, if you have any, which I don't believe that you do, I could just sue you. But for what? I know how to move on with my life. Do you know how to move on with your life? I have evidence that you came to my company, managed to come to my house, left reviews because I still have the reviews that you left on my website, positive reviews. You came on here, you began to self destruct, hang around a bunch of trolls and stalkers, a bunch of people that ain't doing nothing with their life, nothing with their YouTube, just sitting around being weird. And then when I said, I'm not cool with you anymore, you started stalking me. You started hanging with my stalkers and lying and slandering me. Honey, if I wanted your money or needed your money, I would sue you. There are a couple of people on here that I could have sued years ago. But for what? You're just lost YouTubers. You're just like, and trying to make it. I'm like, well, I'm not your mother. I'm not your God. I'm not your leader. That ain't even how I get down. I'm not gonna do what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to force you. What am I gonna put a freaking muzzle on your mouth? Or what is this? I don't do things like that. Okay, you made the choice to decide to be around a bunch of negative people, and I can imagine that you are obviously regretting that choice that you made. Oh, and another thing, if you were cool with me and you decided to go into that sector because me and you are no longer friends anymore, that is on you. Why would you go? Why would you go into a sector of people, and this is what I'm talking about, that behave the way that those people behave every single day? It's not isolated incident. This is every single day. This is the way that they behave. This is the way that they get down. And you hook up with somebody within that sector, come out here, have a public relationship, and then you're looking at me as if it's my fault that you're being stalked. Why would you put yourself in the line of fire? I don't do that. Oh, look, Jamila, I'm jumping in the line of fire. Come save me. That's not my job to do that. You can't come and cry to me. Like I said, when I was in high school, I walked away from the fight. If two people were fighting, I went away from it, away from danger. You're walking towards it. Why? Because you're self destructive. That's why. So can't nobody blame me for their bad choices. You made bad choices. Now you want to cry to Jamila. Like you need to have control of yourself. It was never Jamila's job to make you do right. And I personally feel like both of these females, feel like both of them were already involved with that stuff. And I'm sorry, it just happened too fast. Either they were watching it and they were okay with it. I'm not okay with it. I'm never going to be okay with the stuff that they do in that sector. I'm never going to be okay with the way the main people in that sector treat people. I will probably be the one testifying against them in court to put them in prison for their behavior. It is absolutely disgusting. You go in there, have you go around those people and have a bunch of negative stuff happen to you, and then you want to sit and cry to Jamila. I mean, the people that are in that sector that are doing negative things to other people cry to Jamila. Why? What are you crying to me for? You made the choice. I've never even talked and never even had any kind of friendship with those people, but for some reason they're crying to Jamila as if I'm supposed to force them to stop what they're doing. No, that's not the way that it works. And I don't know why they think that witches are supposed to be forcing somebody to do anything. That's not my job as a witch to force you to do anything. That's not even the way that it works. You make a choice. You make your own choices in life. I'm not responsible for your misery. Clearly, you're miserable. I can sit up here and have a million money problems, not miserable. Sorry. So, like I said, I'm already irritated by the fact that you connected yourself with me and then you went over in that sector. You went over in that sector supposedly representing me. I didn't produce you. Guess who produced you? Your mother. Your mother is the one that gave birth to you. I don't understand these people on here that want to act like they my child or something, and I'm supposed to be their mama, and they acting a fool, being self-destructive. None of my children are doing that, hun. All of my children are safe at home living their lives. They're not doing what you're doing. And you're not going to scapegoat on me. You're not going to sit up there and do a bunch of negative stuff. And then Jamila, that's what you're doing. Your negativity is over flooding. Your negativity, honey, I'll just send it right back to you. I'll just send it right back to you. So I wanted to express to this person how disgusted I was that this person went right into that sector and began immediately talking about me. That is a way to get on my shit list. And that's where you are. I don't care about none of that stuff you talking about. That stuff ain't nothing but self-destruction. That's all it is. You made a choice to go down a very destructive path and then try to drag me in there with you. Trust me, I could sue a lot of people on here, but I won't. I actually have a company. I have a business that earns money. Said none of my clients that I've had in the past 2 or 3 weeks would they ever go into that sector and do what you did. Now you want to be embarrassed by your own behavior and talk to Jamila. Admit to your own faults, admit to your own mistakes. And if you're a bad, corrupt person, why is it that bad, corrupt people that want to change are expecting witches to force them to change? That's not the way that it works. You have to want better for yourself, and clearly you don't. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Even though you did that, hun, whatever issues I have, I'm woman enough and I'm a grown person enough to accept responsibility for whatever I have allowed someone. If I allow someone to affect me, I'm not gonna go crying to that person. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down and chin up and buck up and take responsibility for how that person negatively affected me. I'm not gonna sit around down and out waiting for somebody else to pick me up that ain't gonna never pick me up. And that's exactly the type of person that we're talking about. And for some reason, these people will come out here on YouTube and they think that by being ruthless is possible, right? First of all, you got a bunch of people around you that you really don't like. You really don't like those people. Those people really don't like you either, right? But you're trying to cover up for the fact that you're very narcissistic and sociopathic by trying to prove to somebody that you can have friends, right? So that means that you must be a trustworthy person. Wrong. Wrong. I cannot stand when narcissistic people do this. You know what you do? You get a bunch of people around you, but you mistreat one or two people, especially me. And I'm not gonna take that crap. So whatever needs to come out of that situation is gonna come out of that situation. Okay. I've seen people like, and first of all, I will never ever be your victim, hun. I would never be a victim of a narcissist. Sorry. And for some reason, you think that acting ruthless makes you look like, oh, I'm badass, I'm hardcore. No, it just lets everybody know that they can't trust you. Lets everybody know that you're very untrustworthy, that you're unstable. And you know what? What I would appreciate for you to do is I would appreciate it if you would move on and stop bringing up my name and truly move on with your life. It's been 2 years. How long? So is it pretty safe to say, because if I continue to hear you slander me on your platform, okay, I'm gonna start filing police reports against you. Okay. That's what's gonna happen. And then you want to come at me about a black man that black women are far too intelligent to even contend with. And so I want to talk about that real quick. And then I'm gonna go get me some coffee because I got this work that I want to do. Uh I don't understand when this whole interracial friendship or interracial dating thing. Okay. Okay. Listen, there are some black men. that I would throw in jail before I ever was to talk to them or hook up with them. I don't understand why you think why does that validate you? First of all, I would not be hooking up with a black man if I were a white woman. That black man is online stalking black women all day. That's disgusting. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something, and you can try to be as cute as you want. You gonna tell me something? Trust me. Trust me. That black man is gonna ruin your life, hon. Yeah, you sitting up here contending with these black men that are obviously against the black woman. You think that you bout it, okay? Trying to be bout it, and rowdy with these men that most black women were too intelligent to even look at twice. Okay, and not only were have these particular men decided to become weapons against their own community, but you're cool with that, right? Okay, listen, that will always bite you in your butt, because the only thing that a black man can do is bow down. It ain't nothing cute or classy about a man that sits there and disrespects women all day, because trust me, he's disrespecting you too. I don't understand the mentality of that. First of all, you would have to have extreme, like, get your self-esteem up for you come talk to me. For you say anything to me. Get your self-esteem up, hon. Get it up there. Get it up there. Because let me tell you something. For you to sit around and be entertained, for you to sit around and be entertained by a bunch of men disrespecting women, you're disgusting anyway. Who the hell wants to sit around? You might, I mean, do you also like to see men beat up on women? That you're weird. You're weird and you have no class whatsoever. So you're entertained by this extremely disrespectful black male who sits over there trying to verbally abuse somebody, because nobody cares about what the dude is saying. Trying to verbally abuse people. That's what entertains you. Excuse me, what is our compatibility again? Because you know what? Just recently, the guy that I'm talking about, he got into it with somebody that has done a lot, that has tried to do a lot to me, swatted me, has done the most to me and my family. Did I sit and listen to him disrespect her? No, I didn't. I got better things to do, hon. I'm not going to sit there and listen to that. I'm not going to be involved with that. So don't, and then you want to come at me about an argument that I had with somebody that was an argument to try to justify your behavior. No, hon, no. Like if that's what entertains you, you clearly have some kind of problem, some kind of deviancy or something, or you just want to torture yourself. I don't do things like that. Now, if you were a smooth jazz type of person, that kind of, it's trash. It's trash. It's garbage. You think I'm a sit? Okay, I don't like you, right? I don't like you. I've decided that I don't like you, right? Am I going to sit around for the rest of my life because I don't like you, acting like an obsessive psycho, listening to people talk about you, just so that I can hear some resonance of them disrespecting you? Know I have better things to do. You are not that important to me. If I don't like you, I forget all about you and walk away. I don't do that. I'm not an obsessive person. I don't sit around and obsess over people and to the point where I'm going to go and, oh, I'm so upset at this person that I've got to go and hang out with people. And I feel like I've accomplished something by being cool with this person that's talking about the person that I'm obsessed with. Learn how to move on with your life. It's a lot of people in this world that I don't like. Am I going to sit around? Ooh, somebody's making a video about them. Somebody's talking about them. Ooh, I'm not going to sit around and if I don't like somebody, I'm not going to acknowledge you at all. And really, because if I got any kind of unresolved anger or issues, am I going to say that that was you? No, I'm smart enough to recognize that the reason why you do that is because you have anger, you have unresolved issues, and you're looking for somebody to be a focal point for that. Go and resolve your issues that are in your mind. Okay, there's no way that anybody can do something to you to where it no first of all, nobody over here did anything to you. Quit playing victim. That's playing victim. You just sit around for years and years and years and focus, on a person that ain't even thinking about you. You've been talking about me. I never mentioned you. You've been calling out my name. You've been playing my voice. You've been slandering me. And when I went over there to talk to you like a woman, you acted like a psychopath, hun. And you know why you won't ever see anything wrong with your behavior? Because you have people over there enabling you. That's why they're going to tell you, oh, this is normal. You should do that. No, anybody else that's looking at you is thinking, yuck, gross, I want to throw up. And that is the reality of it. I'm sorry. And I'm not being a bully or anything. That is disgusting. That's one of the reasons why I killed that sector. That sector is dead. Do you understand me? A place for people to go, and instead of them either going to get therapy and counseling, working on themselves in some kind of way, they can go over there to that sector and rage against a person that decided to walk away from them because they could not get themselves together enough to, or because they just made a choice not to be cool with them anymore. And so there's actually a place where you can go rage against that person. And for what? That's why that person walked away from you, because they could clearly see that you were wasting your life anyway. Oh, let's go over here to the wasteland where we can even further throw our lives in the toilet, in the garbage. It makes no sense. So you can talk all the stuff that you want about me. I would never be associated with such garbage. And you know what? Being a white woman, being a Mexican woman, being a black woman, that does not matter. Doesn't race doesn't matter at that point. What does race have to do when you're doing something that ignorant? Okay. Race don't have nothing to do with that at that point. And I'm not afraid or intimidated by people of other races at all. So coming across, listen. I'm always ready for anything, for any kind of attack. So you didn't blindside me, hon, because I was always ready for you. I'm always ready. My whole point is that I don't want to be associated with anybody from that sector. I don't. I don't want to be associated with that sector at all. And you knew that. You knew that. And I don't have to be. What because I'm a black woman I have to deal with a bunch of ignorant crap? No. I've never done it and I never will. My entire life I have stayed away from anything like I've never seen anything like it before in my life. No, it's not fun to me. No, it's not entertaining to me. not ever, because here's my whole thing about it is that if you've disrespected me, that's pretty much what they do. I can't feel validated by you talking shit about another person that disrespected me when you've disrespected me. I'm sorry, I'd rather walk away from you. And that's exactly what I did. I can't do that. I cannot in good faith be that way or behave that way. I can't do it. I don't even I've never even known anybody to do that before. It is I guess it's culture shock to me. I've never done that. I've always had better things to do with my time. Also, the last thing I want to say is that this chick looks crazy. If you don't know how crazy you look, the fact that after I unfriended you and you decided to start stalking me with a group of stalkers online, you know how crazy and stupid you look? You being white ain't gonna change that, honey. You stupid and crazy. If you do that, no matter what race you are, no matter what body type you are, no matter what you are, that looks stupid and crazy for you to do that. And it has nothing to do with me, hun. Your choices do not reflect on me. I remember when they were over there, her and her codependent, enabling, handling friend over there was trying to blame me because she decided to hook up with this crazy person on YouTube. You're a 30 something year old grown woman trying to blame another woman for you hooking up with somebody. What did I do? Did I do a spell? Was I, oh, let me guess. I did a spell and made you hook up because I really wasn't your friend. And I decided, hey, she should hook up with him. And then he's going to do this to her and I can get back. Why would I do that to myself? Who the hell creates that for themselves? What am I trying to be, a chaos magician and try to create some buzz around myself? Who creates buzz like that? My brain is too smart to even operate that way. I don't want to be associated with you. Stop trying to pretend like you know me because you don't. You don't even know yourself. You don't even know yourself. Thank God you don't have any children. Thank God. But I guess it's so. I guess you know what? That's no excuse. Children or not or no children. Why would you be cool with a person like that? Like it shows what type of person you are. This incredibly low life did just nothing good for nothing. No low life did person with no scruples. Like no, no. Okay, that kind of goes beyond being an asshole. I've dealt with assholes. Okay, that goes beyond being an asshole. That's just a low life degenerate. And I've told that low life degenerate that I want nothing to do with him, his platform, his people. I don't want nothing to do with him. What does he do? Instead of him walking away, he starts hooking up with people that know me. So in order to hook up with him, I guess you had to know me. So that's why you met me. I don't think that's why you met me because it was a totally different circumstance going on. You go and hook up with this person and now you're stalking me. Do you not see how sick you are? Do you not see how incredibly sick that is? And trust me, he's going to jail one day. One day he's going to be in prison for the amount of stalking and domestic terrorism on the internet. Internet stalking is a crime that hurts people. Okay? So ain't nothing going to happen bad to me. Something bad is going to happen to you. You want to be involved with that? Be my guest. You're the one that is the low-lifed criminal hanging around with a low-lifed criminal, hun. You're not getting back at me doing that. And you, like, I remember when I made that move and I did it to get back at somebody that I was in love with and he made me mad. So in order to make him mad, I would go over there and talk to him. And but it was just like temporary. It was just like for that one little moment to irritate somebody. You decided that you blood brothers with this person. That there's a girl by. I would never be connected or say that I'm connected with somebody like that. Never. And I don't have to sit around and argue about it. I don't have to say that over and over again. I don't have to always have an open dialogue with that person. You have no intuition because all that person has to do is lie to you and say, "Oh, Jamila used to be my girlfriend." This is a person that is sick enough to claim that I used to be his girlfriend, that we were hooking up, we were dating, and we weren't. Never it was never that kind of situation ever. But you believe it and then come around here talking crazy to me. I'm embarrassed to be associated with you, and I would appreciate it if some of these people would move on before they either get sued or thrown in jail. Because, like I said, I am suing people at this point. Okay. And here's the one thing about it is that I'm a decent person. I'm a decent person that does right by people. I will never go wrong by doing right. Never. No, none of you indecent, disgusting people will ever harm me because I am a good person. I'll never change. I'll never change. I will continue to stay the nice person that I am by being cautious. Okay, I'm going to always be cautious because these people taught me to be cautious about who I allow around me. Yes, I will be cautious, but I'm never going to change my heart. I have a good heart. I'm good. I don't have nobody that I'm running around here stalking and I got hatred for. If I got a problem with somebody, I handle them and keep it moving. If it's an issue that I can't handle spiritually or legally, I keep it moving. Okay, so and the crazy part about it is that oh God, I've seen people diss me for people that do nothing but disrespect them right in their freaking face. I think that that's hilarious. I think that that's hilarious. This ghetto fabulous version of 50 Shades of Gray. Trust me, I want nothing to do with it, hon. Okay. So all you gotta do is decide to move on with your life because I've only met this chick once. We were real cool. We was real close. We was real cool for a minute. We were. It was real cool. Okay. Let's put it like this. We were fake friends because at the same time, she was hating on me. You know, just listen. If you're gonna actually be into spirituality and stuff, it's not about the crystals and stuff. This chick was pretending that she liked crystals and, oh, I like this and I like that. You know, I guess we can just say that she's a chameleon. Whatever works for her at that moment is what she will contend with. But in reality, the identity is lost clearly. You know what I'm saying? Because you're you have a homestead. You have a homestead. You raise bees, but you're associated with a pack of degenerate thugs on YouTube. Make that make sense to me. I mean, it looks like to me you seven, 8, 10 different people at the same time. You know, you're a classy homesteading farmer with degenerate low lives online. It's just, none of it makes any sense, and I don't want to be associated with you. Okay, that was the one thing that ruined it for me. Because, and it's not discrimination. It's not. We're not going to start talking about Black Lives Matter when you're talking about a man that is a criminal. When you're talking about a man that attacks people like a sick dog. Okay, when you're talking about a man that won't stop talking about people that have asked him continuously and repeatedly to move on and leave them alone, and it just, I'm sorry, I would never be associated with a stalker, and that's exactly what you associate yourself with, and I'm done. Okay, now I can sense when you're talking about me. If you continue to talk about me, I'm just gonna chalk it up as you have lost your mind. You have no respect for yourself. You don't. I don't care what I do in the bedroom, hon. I would never hang around nothing like that or do some of the things that I've seen and witnessed you do the past 2 years. Okay. So I want you to move on with your life, hon. Move on with your life. Stop talking crazy about me because I'm not thinking about you. And what I am going to do is go ahead and block you out, is what I'm going to do. Okay, because you want to continue to harass me and attempt to terrorize me. You're disgusting, and I don't respect you. Okay, I don't respect you. All right, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I'm out, y'all.